Dun 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 dun
Dun.
dun 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 dun
Da,
dun
da,
dun.
da, da, da.
What? I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm awake. Oh,
Need some caffeine?
we're gonna tick some people off with our review, aren't we, KD?
It's very possible.
Hey, I'm Roller Coaster Rider,
Katie.
and we are at Amity Cove, or we're just really tired because we just saw Jaws.
Yeah, that too.
I think Jaws is classic enough that everyone pretty much knows the plot, right?
Well, most people.
There's a beach. It's the 4th of July. A shark a shark attacks one of the kid. A shark attacks a kid, puts another kid into shock, non-fatal. So then, Richard Dreyfuss, who's the other person that was in it? Roy Schneider. Thanks, Kay. Who kind of looked like Jeff Goldblum sometimes, and also looked like a very young Stallone at other times. And Robert Shaw was also in the movie. Was he the fisherman?
Something like that, yeah.
So anyway, they have to try to kill the shark. They get a shark, and so the mayor is like, "Oh, everything is perfect," until they realize that's a tiger shark. The one that's not those bite marks aren't compatible. Well, this is Richard Dreyfuss saying that these bite marks aren't compatible with the injury. The shark is going to be a great white, and there's like a $3,000 reward. And in less than 2 minutes, I just told you the plot of a 2 hour plus movie. Now, I'm not gonna fart on Spielberg or on the book by Peter Benchley. So I'm not insulting anyone who made the movie. I'm just saying that compared to movies nowadays, especially compared to later Spielberg movies, something like Jurassic Park or
Oh,
maybe
yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Did he do AI?
Don't know, did he?
Oh well. But compared to later Spielberg films, and even Roland Emmerich, who is that guy?
Scorsese?
No. Kay, who's that person that did Cold Case?
Cold case?
Yeah, that did that show. What was his name? Jerry Bruckheimer.
Oh, who produced it?
Yeah, compared to like Jerry Bruckheimer, compared to like Roland Emmerich, compared to like even J.J. Abrams, and yeah, compared to Joss Whedon, compared to Michael Bay, compared to all of the newer '90s, later 2000s era action people, Jaws is not a very. It's meant to be tense, but it's kind of like the Godzilla remake, where when you don't see it for the first attack, second attack, third attack, you're like, okay, now you're just teasing me. Let's see the actual shark. And I'm sure it was good in 1975, but in 2018, the shark that they used for Jaws looked faker than the creature from Monster Trucks.
Yeah, pretty much. It looked kind of fake.
I mean, I think I saw. I mean, maybe it's just because I've heard some of the jokes before, like the dun 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 dun. I mean, Little Fockers made a parody of it, and because I've heard we're gonna need a bigger boat or something like that, and or because I've seen knockoff shark movies like I've seen Piranha 3D and Piranha 3 Double D. Those are actual movies.
Yeah.
And 47 meters down, because I've seen all of. Oh, there's another one with Blake Lively that I can't remember. Uh, but because I've seen all of these shark movies and I've seen their versions of Jaws, that have been like faster paced and updated and more modern. When you see this version, it's like it would kind of be like maybe watching like a 1910, 1920s Buster Keaton or some kind of like silent movie, a Charlie Chaplin movie or something where it's like, yeah, this is a little dated. I'm sure for the time it was cool, but not so much nowadays. Now, maybe, or one movie that it also reminded me of was Tron Legacy. However, this kind of did the opposite, whereas Tron Legacy was cool at the beginning and then got boring. This one was boring and then eventually got cool. But, one problem that I had with the movie is when you had... Oh, yeah, he is the shark hunter. When you have Roy Schneider, Richard Dreyfuss, and Robert Shaw, when you have all three of them on the... All of them starting with the letter R. Interesting. When you have all
Winky
three...
dink.
Yeah. When you have all three of them on that boat, there are long stretches where they're talking, and it's not, like, exciting. It's not, like, humorous.
No, it's like an old Western.
It's like it's like they're improving, like just having a conversation like, "Hey, KD, what do you plan to do later tonight?"
I plan to watch the TV.
That's too much emotion. Talk more casual, like, "Hey, what do you plan to do later
What
today?"
do you plan to do later tonight?
What I plan to do later tonight? Well, I think I might watch some TV, and then maybe I might edit a video, might go on the internet, and then I might go to sleep. What are your plans for the next 5 weeks?
I might go to the store,
Yeah?
and
cool.
then I might see paint dry.
Oh, wait, we need to incorporate a song. Do you know the way to San Jose? Where it's like, wait, was that a popular song in the 60s or 70s?
I have no clue.
Like, I mean, why didn't they just sing Michael row the boat ashore, hallelujah?
I don't know.
That would have made more sense.
But this movie doesn't make sense.
Joy to the people in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. But yeah, you know, there's like, I would say there's only one major death. And it was,
major death.
well, yeah, major shark attack. And it was at the end of the movie.
Oh, you mean when they...
Don't say who it was.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert, it's one of the people we said!
Fish food.
This movie is rated PG. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
This was just slightly scarier than Finding Dory. We're reviewing this for the Japan Film Festival, KD. So we're in Japan right now, and the reason why I wanted to check this out was because Universal has a ride based on it called Jaws the Ride, and it's the only one of its kind left.
Cool.
I fear how that's gonna turn out.
Well, maybe the ride is better than the movie.
Yeah, maybe. I like the Cat in the Hat ride much more than that awful Mike Myers movie. Yeah, I had to throw that jab in. I found the Mummy ride more exciting than the Tom Cruise Mummy movie.
Bonus.
Transformers didn't make sense either way. And, what are some other rides that I liked better than the movie? I haven't seen Song of the South yet, but I have to imagine Splash Mountain is better. I like Radiator Springs. I don't know how it qualifies as a dark ride, but whatever. That's another discussion. I haven't seen the Twilight Zone Disney movie starring Steve Guttenberg and Kirsten Dunst, but I do like the Twilight Zone ride. I bet you didn't know they made a movie of it, huh? Well, guess what? We might see 1 October.
Joy.
KD, I've been talking for a while. Let me throw you into the deep end. And do you have anything you want to say about Jaws? Didn't you say you got like a Jaws toy when you were a kid?
Yeah, it was a actual like plastic shark, and it had this. It had teeth, and it had this flipping thing, and you had to try to get certain things from its body.
Are you talking about the movie or are you talking about the game?
Oh, the game was more exciting
Ouch!
than the movie.
So the game was like Operation?
Similar. I mean, you just had to try to get whatever out before the not
I'm
let
surprised.
let the jaws collapse.
I'm surprised they didn't make a Jaws version of Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Interesting.
That would. I mean, I played Mousetrap games more exciting than this movie. I played Hopscotch more exciting than this movie. Anyway, it's not a jab at Spielberg. It's not a jab at any of the actors, producers, John Williams, Universal, or anybody. It's just I found this movie kind of boring, and it might have been awesome in 1975. It does not necessarily hold up nowadays.
No.
And, you can say that about a lot of the movies from the 60s, 70s. You might even be able to say that about movies in the 90s and even in the early 2000s. I'm sure I haven't seen Battlefield Earth in a while, but I have to imagine it doesn't hold up that well nowadays. Cinema Snob, he was talking about how he liked Marlon Wayans in the movie Mo Money. He fears how that's aged. Blank Man hasn't aged that well. Did you ever see that one?
Yes.
In theaters? What's wrong with you?
I have no clue.
I don't know. What's another movie that hasn't aged that well? Martin Aspil said that he saw Jurassic Park in 3D, and he saw that in 2012, I think? 2012, 2013, when the movie came out in, 93, I think. I think it came out in, 93. 93, 94, somewhere around that. And he was like, this movie's kind of slow. The dialogue's not as snappy as it could be. And he remembered watching that movie and going like, wow, this was action-packed. And so it made him wonder what movies made now are going to be like in 10 years. Like, are we going to look back at, Avengers and go, man, this movie didn't age that well. I mean, there's some movies that, that were made around in the 70s and 80s that I would say are kind of cool, like the remake of Little Shop of Horrors. But that was because it was a comedy, so that kind of helped it. I haven't seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. I fear how that's aged. I'm just a sweet transvestite. That's one of the songs. By Timmy Curry. Anyway, would you recommend people see Jaws?
I mean, it's worth a watch. I mean, heck, I'm almost 45, and this is the first time I've seen it. It was made when I was a baby.
But you said you had the game.
Right. Correct.
You had the game, but you didn't see the movie?
Yes. Because I was young, and all kinds of games and other little things came out. They made tons of money on it.
Anyway, you'll be back. You'll be. I don't remember the order that we're filming these episodes in, but either you'll be back or this will be your final episode in the Japan Film Festival because you have another movie that we have to review.
Okay.
Okay. Is that all you have to say?
That's all. It's Jaws. Watch it once, then forget about it.
You know how we need to make a lame joke at the end. You know how they said we're gonna need a bigger boat?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're gonna need a bigger cup of coffee.
Probably that too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.